Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another premiere draft of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Last time we had a deck that was what I called one of those hidden archetype decks. We had the Reanimator thing with the common green 7-mana thing that's 5/5 that spawned a 3/3 when it entered. Well, I had fun with that deck. Lost to some hyper aggro decks, specifically ones that had like multiple copies of Zoetic Glyph, which I think I'm going to upgrade that card and just say it's a mythic uncommon. It's essentially a 3-mana 5/4 that probably gets to attack the turn you play it, because you're enchanting an artifact that you already have in play. And when it dies, you get to discover another thing. The card is absolutely ridiculous. And speaking of things that are ridiculous, we have to rebuild this table now. It's a good thing I'm rambling here. So yeah, I think if we start getting... Okay, there we go. I think if we start seeing some Zoetic Glyphs, we should just be snapping those up. Alright, pack 1, pick 1. Well, we have the Spyglass Siren, which is a good one. We also have the Captain Storm, which is also really good. I think the pick is easily going to be one of those two. Nothing else in this pack really comes close. There's a Axejaw here, a Lattice. Those are both fine cards. The rare is the draw discard thing. I've never seen anyone even play this, so I think Captain Storm is the more powerful card. Spyglass Siren can go into any blue deck, so it's a little bit more flexible. I think I'm going to take the Captain Storm. I've done first picks of signpost uncommons before and have it turn out okay. Whether or not that's going to happen here remains to be seen. Well, there isn't really a blue or a red card. I mean, I guess there's a Tali's Favor. Maybe I could do something with the Curator of Sun's Creation. It's kind of a dangerous card to leave alive, but it's not the most phenomenal thing. I think the best card in the pack is just the Tinker's Tote. So I think that's going to be the pick here, which, I mean, just imagine you play Tinker's Tote after a Captain Storm, and you get 3 +1/+1 counters on stuff because this makes 3 artifacts. We're not really going to be doing that, but it's just kind of a crazy thing to think about. Alright, here we have a War Scribe, which is kind of a follow-up to the Tinker's Tote. I think that's going to be the pick. Along the blue-red follow-ups, there's the Inverted Iceberg, which I like. The Echo, which is okay, but it's not a dolphin, so we're not going to take it. The Deep Goblin Skull Taker and the Mycoid for the black Descend payoff cards. But I'm just going to take the War Scribe. There's also our Nurturing Bristleback here. Okay, we've got Skullcap Snail. We have a River Herald Scout. We have... Oh, that's the Dinosaur. I thought this was the 1-mana thing that explored. Well, now I'm far less interested in that. I could just take the reasonable 2-drop. I haven't played with this Adaptive Gem Guard yet. I feel like maybe I should. There's also the Glorifier here. I don't think we need that. The pick is between the Gem Guard, Snail, or River Herald Scout. Let's take the Gem Guard, since we do seem to be going more so into white. This is like the third one of these we've seen. There's an adaptive, or a pathfinding Axejaw, excuse me. That would be a fine pick. Envoy is, it's kind of a filler card. Acrobatic Leap is a card I'm interested in. As a nice little combat trick. There's also the Jade Seedstones. I guess I shouldn't overlook that card. Green-white kind of wants to... maybe we can do the green-white. Let's take the Seedstones. Oh my, we have a... this is a card we needed a couple drafts ago. The blue-black Signpost Uncommon. Ubekenbach. There's no way I can pronounce that correctly. Oltic Archaeologists. We have a Visage of the Dread, which might be... I might pick that here. Maybe we do something white-black. It'd be quite the stretch to go into blue-black from this point. Okay, so here we have the Mycoid, we have a Marionette. Now we have a Cavern Stomper. I'm going to take the Stomper, actually. I think I'd rather try green-white if I get the chance. Akawali. That's a good one. We don't have a... who knows, maybe we'll just do the green-black thing again. I have a few random red cards. I'll just take the Signpost Uncommon. We have a bit of a mess going on right now. Oh, but here's another Pathfinding Axejaw. That's fine. Compass Gnome would also be fine for a 2-drop. Staggering Size as a nice combat trick. Sure. There's also Fungal Fortitude. Let's take the Staggering Size, because it seems like we are leaning more into green, and now we have some blue stuff coming through, no, though not super amazing. I'm going to take the Green Cave here. Good spot to pick that up. And since I picked up a cave, or I could even take the Cave in here. I think Cave in has the biggest upside payoff. Here's another chance in case we do end up black-green again. Since we did get that Signpost Uncommon. So it seems like we're really not going to be blue-red. Because we did not pick up any other... this doesn't count. Neither does that card. We did not pick up any other blue or red cards. What's this? Deeproot Pilgrimage. Whenever one or more non-token merfolk become tapped, create a 1/1 blue merfolk. That seems really strong. We have no merfolk. It is the best card in the pack. Oh, there was that 2-drop merfolk thing that explores. What's the what would be the other pick in this? There's like almost no... there's Ironpaw Aspirant. If I want to stay on that path, let's take the rare, see if anything comes of it. There's another Akawali, there's Twists and Turns, there's the Echo. We are all over the place. I probably shouldn't have taken that merfolk rare. We have Guardian of the Great Door, which goes well with the Tinker's Tote. Our second Akawali. That wouldn't be bad. And we have another chance already. I just take the Guardian. Maybe we will just be green-white. Third Akawali. But we do have Kutzil Malamet Exemplar. Opponents can't cast spells during our turn. That's kind of nice. And also, one of our creatures with power greater than its base power deals combat damage to a player. We get to draw a card, which shouldn't be difficult to do given our green and white cards we have already. So yeah, let's just be green-white. We'll try something new. Put everything else aside. We have our path. This path is making me sad. Can I splash this thing? Would that be absurd? We don't have an... Oh, Akawali's not actually here. Let's get the... Dusk Rose Reliquary, which is a cheap artifact. We do have a Tinker's Tote already to help us with that. And Jade Seed Stones. Or I could just take Petrify, which I think is fine here, too. There's also the Market Gnome, which I don't think we're in the market for that. Yes, pun intended. Now green and white are all gone, and... Well, white's not gone. We have this thing, Mischievous Pup. We can return a thing. Like our Tinkering Tote. Like... something that's about to die. Like, we could return the Seed Stones even and play that again for value. So we have a few things. Alright. And how about that? There's something we would want to pump. Oh. There's a Vanguard of the Rose, too. I think I like that a little bit better than the common flyer that we can probably find more of later. Random Captain Storm at pick 8. Sure. I'll take this Dinosaur Flyer. I haven't been seeing a ton of Merfolk this pack either. Acrobatic Leap is fine. I do enjoy this. I enjoy the 1-mana combat tricks. We got the Aspirant back. I was almost thinking of taking that for this deck. Well, I'm glad I have one now. So we could definitely use more 2-drops. Spider, we're not into spiders. Cartographer's Companion, it helps us explore. Gives us a couple things. We'll take it. Nobody is playing black-green. Which makes me think, that crafts with a cave. Makes me think maybe we should be playing black-green. I'm gonna take that. We have so many white cards, though. I don't want to have to play that. And now we get a Flanker. When it enters the battlefield, +1/+1 counter on it for each creature that left the battlefield under my control this turn. Gain 2 life, scry 2, or exile a player's graveyard. And we can take that. Spring-loaded Saw Blades would also be pretty good here. But we'll take the rare. Is a cat word. And I do think, one thing I've noticed is that green-white seems to be like this cat tribal. There's like no cat tribal payoffs, but it seems like that's kind of what green-white is trying to... Oh, we have the Adaptive Gem Guard, too, that goes well with this. And now we have 2 of these, too. So yeah, things are kind of coming together here. Another Cat Zuli. I'm calling it Cat Zuli. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's another Tinker's Tote. I do like that. Oh, there's Zoetic Glyph. Man, I should have forced blue-white after seeing that mural. Could have done that. We could have done... I feel like there's so many things we could have done. Oh, we have a Mythic here. Spell costs X less to cast. Whenever one or more non-token creatures dies... Create a green fungus dinosaur. This seems good. Double target creature's power until end of turn. We have a Thrashing Bronodon and a Colossodactyl. I want all three of these, but we're going to take the Mythic. Number one, because it's a Mythic, and number two, because, well, we need number two. We have a Battle Glyph. So we can pick that up. Promising Vein. But I don't think we could actually splash the Akawali's here. But we have a lot of 3-drops, so we don't need this. I take the Seeker. I'm not interested in the Seeker. Could also take the Cavern Stomper. I want to take the Promising Vein. Oh, this thing is still banned due to issues. Oh, here's Merfolk now, a bit late. Clay Fried Bricks. Come on into the deck. There's uses for you. Getting us up to 6 mana for... We didn't grab the second Cavern Stomper. No, we grabbed the Promising Vein. We could theoretically splash the 2 Akawali's. Because they'll just naturally get bigger over the course of the game. And when they're bigger and they do this, there's some synergy there. There is indeed some synergy, so it's an option. What is this thing? Sunken Citadel. Choose a color. Add 1 mana with the chosen color. Add 2 mana. Spend it only to activate abilities of land sources. This is mana fixing if we really want to do that. Or I just take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. It was either that or a Cavern Stomper. There's no card in here we're going to play. So let's take the uncommon. I can't splash double black. Buried Treasure. The game buff. There's the Echo. Guess we were supposed to be black-green again after all this. Man. Okay, what do I not... Okay. I'll take the 2-drop in case we do need more of those. I'll take the 1-drop in case we need more of those. So this might not have been the most open lane. We didn't get either of those too good. We're at 42 cards? Wow. I guess because we had the caves here. I think between the Sunken Citadel and the Promising Vein, we probably could just run... Did I get that card that crafts with a cave? No, I don't think I did. But I could, in theory, run the 2 Akawali. I don't think that's a horrible choice. Because once we get Descend 4 active, it'll go well with our Kutzil. Alright, so we have Mischievous Pup with Clay Fried Bricks, the Aspirant of Duskrose Vanguard, Guardian. I'm not liking our early game plays, really. Gem Guard we're going to get to try out. Seed Stones we're going to get to try out. Sandwing, Cavern Stomper. We have to cut 4 cards. We have 2 totes, don't we? Yeah, we have 2 totes, so that goes well with our War Scribe. There's some synergies going on here. Maybe we don't need the Akawali's. We're just kind of making our mana a bit worse. Now I do kind of wish I had a second Cavern Stomper, though. We do have the Skull Spore Nexus we're going to get to try out here. We got to make 2 more cuts. I think the Companion, even though it does give us a map token, we have the Pup. I like the Pup to do something tricky. I don't know that I like Seeker of Sunlight, though. We have a lot of things to do at 3 mana. How many 2-drops do we have? We have... Well, that's not a creature, but we have the Aspirant. 2 of those. There's 3, 4. That's not really a 2-drop. We have 5. We might need that. I think we get rid of the Companion just because 3 mana for a 2/1 is kind of weak. We have a lot of other squishy 3 mana cards too. Do we need the Sunken Citadel? Benendra's tapped, but it makes whatever color we want it to. Yeah, I think I'm good with it. Although, what's the other cut going to be? Might still just be the Seeker. I'm not a fan of it. I know it could be a place to dump our mana later, but I think we have enough other things we could dump our mana. Like, we have the Jade Seed Stones. That can be a 7/7. Alright, yeah, this will be the deck. Let's put our Kutsil here. And we're going to try out this green-white, try to have more power than your base power thing. I don't know that we have enough 2-mana plays, but there's not a ton I can do about that right now. Oh, we have Clay Fried Bricks into Tinker's Toad into our 4/4 flyer. We also have our 2/2. We also have a Tapped Cave. So what do we want first? We're up against the G-Bus. Okay, our opponent is ramping up. We should see if we can get some pressure going here. Next we'll Tinker's Tote. Then we can Guardian. Then we can Clay Fried Bricks. Kite Sail Larcenist. Alright. And there's a Twists and Turns for our opponent. That thing gets to explore. It has word 1. Stays on top. Yeah, that's going to stay on top, of course. Let's play our Tinker's Tote here. And with this, we could tap 1, 2, 3, 4. And get this, and play the Vanguard next turn. I think I'm good with that. Though their Explore deck is starting to look a bit scary. Oh, staggering size. I could go attacking here. But of course, then I can't... I'm attacking with 1. See what you want to do. Ah! Of course we can get in. Auto Tapper. Don't screw me now. Okay, so next we got clay fried bricks. We can flip that. We can pump our whole team. Which will go great with our signpost uncommon if we ever find that. But something can explore here. It'll probably be this, I would imagine. The G bus is thinking. You had to think about doing that? Really? Do you want to kill a 4/4 flyer or not? Like, that's a question? Maybe it was trying to decide whether to explore first or something? I don't know. Okay, so that explored a land, so it can come into play tap, that's fine. Yeah, lots of attacks for our opponent. We're down to 9 now. Ooh. Oh, when our opponent attacks us, we attack back harder. There, our opponent's at 8. Still have a treasure that I could use if I need to. We have staggering size. So we still have attacks for next turn. Oh, we might not now. That's kind of good. And there's a poison dart frog. So this thing explores. It must be a non-land because he's deciding what to do with it. Which means that thing's also going to get bigger. It's an armored kingcaller. Alright. Can gain 2 life. I've got a staggering size coming. You can make it into a copy of another creature. Okay, so he decided to get rid of the Kincaller. Well, he's still figuring out the Explorer. Okay. So that became the flyer. That's only until end of turn anyways. Let's get our clay fried bricks. We have staggering size. We have life gain for this. So we can gain 11 next. Well, we'll be at 11. problem with attacking with both is they block here and here. That's not good. We'll just attack with the one. Let's see what our opponent wants to do. Now, if there's a chump block, do I go for the staggering size? Because that would push a big chunk of damage through. Oh, if you block with two things, I'm definitely going to staggering size. Opponent ran out of time with that block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can flip this next turn. So let's staggering size then. And this will also do a huge chunk of damage. We can sack... Actually, we're going to sack this anyways because we craft this with an artifact. Craft it with a thing in our graveyard. And we have our 3/1 we can block with. Okay, so the Echo is going to explore. Gets a land. That's fine. A land can come in tapped. Which it doesn't need to unless this other card is a cave, because then you'd want to play the cave. Oh, but you'd have this thing too. When land enters your battlefield, if you control 7 or more lands. Alright. I don't block. You're going to need another creature on board to block with, though. There's Chart a Course. He's got a good shot at finding one now. But you can't use this thing to find a creature, because then you won't have any mana to play it. Well, you'll have one. But tapping the Dart Frog also loses a creature. I think that turn we dropped the War Scribe and really went in with lots of creatures. I think that was a big turning point. Ooh. So he's got the Scythe coming up. That'll actually guarantee he's got lethal in the air next turn. There's not much I can do about that. There's a Promising Vein. So if I do this, I pump the team. I get a couple other blocker things. And we attack in. Something blocks this, something blocks this. All the stuff gets blocked. So Clay Fried Bricks flipping doesn't win us this game. Which means I would have to discover and spin the wheel here. Oh, we're just so short. We're dead for sure next turn. Alright, let's do this then. See what we can get. Adaptive Gem Guard. That doesn't save us either. And now we don't even have any attacks. Yep, that's not good. We were close. Yeah, another one of those. Yep, I can't. There's a lot of cheap flyers in this format. And I feel like that's what half of my losses have been to, is flyers. Alright, well, let's try again. Losing our own 4/4 flyer hurt, too. Alright, the the Heartbreak Kid. We're playing against Shawn Michaels. Probably not the real Shawn Michaels, though. We go first. We'll try this. We're going to have a play until the Tinker's Tote, but it just kind of is what it is at the moment. We've got the Seed Stones, which I'm not thrilled to use on the Tinker's Tote. This isn't the best hand. We just need to press these in the right. Oh, our hand is fine now. Blue-red for our opponent. We can attack because we have the Acrobatic Leap. So he's got in for some free damage there. Next turn we have some Seed Stones. How do I want to do the Seed Stones? Oh, well, now I don't want to. If our opponent's just going to do that. I guess what I'll do... I'll swing with everything and actually just tap his thing. So that way we're still using our mana. We still have our leap up for things like that. Yeah, that went well. Cotton Storm. Oh, I don't like that card. So this will distribute 3 counters on 1, 2, or 3 target creatures I control. Okay. Well, let's distribute some counters then. I could put them all on 1. I put 1 here and 2. I think I'm going to do that. Well, that seems good. I don't have 3 mana to pay, but we're coming in for 6. We got a Brackish Blunder. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's really unfortunate now. Just lost everything. Wow, that was a really good turn for our opponent. That was too good of a turn, and now they've got all this going on. Oh, no blocks. We're gonna game 3. And here's a Cavern Stomper. We get to scry 2 here. I'll keep the Kutzil, even though I don't have a way of doing anything with it right now. Yeah, I'm not really interested in taking 12 here. So now we have a 7/7, another 7/7. Hopefully there's no... This needle thing is just sometimes too good. Tali's Favor, so that's a 2-turn clock now. There's an open Siren. And we're losing to blue-red again. I think blue-red is like one of the best decks. I can block there. Okay, yeah, you got it. Is there anything we can change about? Not really. We haven't seen our mythic yet. D-Pen 1000. It's our next opponent. 2 green lands and a bunch of white cards. We can't keep that. Okay, well the Citadel can make... I can get rid of one of these. Citadel can make green. I think I just want to guarantee our land drops right now, since we started out down a card. And our opponent is playing blue-red. No, white-red, okay. That's not much better, though. There's a lattice for our opponent. Doesn't do anything to us right now. We'll get our Tinker's Tote going. Oh, hey, someone's actually playing this thing. Okay. I guess we can just go attacking here. I want to play the Pathfinding Axejaw, because we're either going to hit a land with it, and then have a really smashing turn next turn with the War Scribe, or we can hit a non-land and then get our Kutzel, and maybe we can get a card draw off of it, which would be phenomenal. Sandwing I'm not actually interested in. We can bin that. Okay, opponent's filtering out some lands. So I assume he's got one for this turn, which he does. Okay, and there's a Thousand Moon. Don't have like a Petrify or anything. Ooh. I have this thing too. I want them to just not be casting spells on our turn. So this plays around like the 2-mana thing that does 4 damage to an attacking or blocking creature. Plays around any combat tricks, because you can't cast those now, and he could play one now while this is on the stack. Also plays around the Saw Blades. Yeah, I like this. Oh, we're getting a card draw. And it's a land, which is good. Oh, I can play this. Okay, more filtering for our opponent. I'd like to get the Skullspore Nexus out, too. A little bit afraid of an Abrade, but if there's an Abrade, our opponent's going to use it on this next turn. And I think we'll just get our Skullspore Nexus down. We can double a creature's power. Ah, there's the Saw Blades, called it. Now I'm just going to play the War Scribe and go attacking, I think. Because that is a massive attack. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So how much damage is this going to be? So this will be 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Yeah, our opponent's got to even block some of this. This card has been brutal. The Malamet War Scribe. Alright, gonna double block. Alright. Oh, that's +2/+1. Somehow I thought it was +2/+2. It's not, but we won that one. We're on the board. Alright, let's keep this rolling. Oh, that was a mulligan down to 6 on the play. Darkest Mage is our opponent. We don't actually have an early play here. I'm gonna have to mulligan this. This one we can keep. I guess we pitch the staggering size, because the clay fried bricks can help us hit our land drops. There's a torch. Look at that, we're playing against blue-red again. Oh, it's Grixis. Okay. This is still really bad for us. Because I can't effectively block this with the wrestler in his hand. I can't effectively block anything because of the Dino Metanaton. I don't really have time to play the Arm Guard and tap things. That's what we may have to do, though. Because otherwise our play is clay-fired bricks. I'm just not going to be able to tap anything right now. Oh, I don't even have the sacrifice for this up. Yep, and there's a torch. Oh, that's a second torch, so you just double torch. And you have the... Oh, okay. This lets us kill something, but he gets to kill our thing. And we're down to 4. Can't attack here. I'm not even going to be able to block effectively because this is just going to kill this. Yep, double torch, Tomb Runner. This blue-red deck is just so hard to stop. Blocks are almost always bad. Oh, yeah, you can also just torch my face. Yeah. Well, I guess what we should have done in that draft is just force blue-red. Because that seems to be the best deck. This deck was not great, but it didn't really get to do its stuff because blue-red aggro is just... It seems to be... We never even saw this card. We never even saw a bunch of this stuff. We never saw our Petrify, never saw our Battle Glyph. I don't think this deck was as horrible as its win rate, but I mean, I guess we got to do the thing with this a couple of times. I guess we should just went with our first pick of the Captain Storm. We would have gotten a second one later on in the draft and just did blue-red. Blue does seem to be the best color in this. So I think blue-red is the best deck. Alright. Well, that happened. Guess we'll take our prize. And for now, I'll take my leave.